Hello and welcome. This is The Lounge. My name is Melanie Ishola. Indeed, just as always, every Tuesday gets us warming up to come and attend to the very burning and pertinent issues in our society. Now, today, I want to jump on something that a certain man did on TikTok. Who is he? What did he do? You will find out in a moment. I'm joined by my very delectable Margaret Osazua.
Drum roll, please.
That's right. And equally joining us is an amazing young man. Okay, talk about dragging. So I literally would say Margaret and I are guilty of dragging Solomon to set this afternoon. And it feels like saying, poor me, they did this to me. So now, Solomon, can we have you introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Solomon, for short, and
We don't want the short.
I'm just a simple me.
You're not ready.
Solomon, how simple is the simple you?
Well, as simple as necessary.
We shall be finding out on the program very shortly. Now, according to a certain man, just a Nigerian man, on TikTok, he says, when a lady said to you that let's take things slow, you know, that's just a way of saying I'm no longer into you. Is this right? Is it not right? It's why we're looking at a very pertinent issue this afternoon. We're concerned, how did your most loved relationship end? How did it all end? Well, I know how most of mine have ended in the past. So they say to you, be honest, but do not be brutal. But that's if you're the one serving the breakfast. But if you are served, would you give the same advice? Would you receive the same advice? Indeed, as always, we'd like to receive your call. Do well and put a call across to us, and let's have your contribution on the topic, how did your most loved relationship end? The number to call is 09053631738. Indeed, the number is scrolling right on your screen, and you can do well. Pick up your phone and let our phone line buzz. Now, having said that, I think we should get this started. Margaret, be honest. Do not be brutal.
I'll try.
Solomon, please be honest. Do not be brutal.
I'm honest for a living.
For a living. I understand what you mean, though, but I'm not going to blow your cover. So, Margaret, have you been the one dishing or receiving when it comes to the breakfast table?
By the grace of God, they've served me breakfast only once in my entire life. But for the rest, I've been the servee.
The servee and the
I'll
serve.
be the one.
No, you're the server.
Okay, I'm the server.
The one you are giving is the servee.
Only one time like this.
So, Solomon, it's great to know. Have you been serving breakfast, or have you been the one receiving?
Well, directly served, no. Indirectly, yes.
What do you mean? This is more complicated than I thought.
Have I served breakfast? Directly, no. Indirectly, yes.
Please
I'm
simplify
a
it.
generally simple person. Okay, so have I served breakfast? Indirectly, yes. When I was very, very young. You know, so there was this lady that was, she was sending the messages indirectly. Okay, so one of those days I just called her, I said, see, I see all your efforts. I can see it. But you know what? Do yourself a favor. Whatever it is you are thinking will not end well. So just take your mind off it. Whatever it is you want to think, it will not end well between me and
Do
you.
yourself
just-
some favor, try to run. I
Yeah.
think Zufa is in a song like that. Margaret,
don't know.
don't come to me with singing.
song?
It's the spirit of singing that is coming inside me this afternoon, because when somebody says indirectly, I give breakfast, directly, I have never given it. What do you mean? And when you gave the explanation, I'm like,
No,
bros,
I-
Shay, what is the problem?
bro.
Shay, you don't understand the question that we
Yeah,
asked,
I
because
do,
what could be more direct than what you just explained?
Yeah,
No.
it's man.
If you wanted to be direct, Solomon, what would you have done?
Okay, if I wanted to be direct, I'll probably say, okay, yes, let's start, and then we'll put the thing in motion, I'll then remove the brake. But
So you
I'm
thought
not-
you saved
I'm
that?
not, yes. So it's best that before the expectation starts building, just let things be plain, so that if you still say you want to go ahead, you know this one, no. You are the one now cooking the breakfast
for yourself.
And it's not something we are all in. You are the only one who is in love with yourself. Do you understand? So
Solomon, what's really going on? No, I'm just gonna.
I told
He
you.
didn't give a disclaimer. He
I told you I'm
he didn't give a
honest for a
disclaimer. No,
living.
you are truly.
honest.
Now I say it. It's very evidential. So, Solomon, having heard that, I seem to be sandwiched between two beautiful humans who doesn't serve and who serves breakfast
For a living.
For a living. I mean,
for a
considering
living,
what can a
no.
fine girl do, Margaret? I think I understand you. I mean, being in your shoe where, you know, they're all over, even if you're trying to tell them it can't work,
there was
they are
this
still in a
time-
relationship with
There was
themselves.
this time somebody called me up and said, I've been calling you, you've not been picking your calls. I've been chatting, you've not been answering me. I was quite young and I'm like, please, who are you? Are we in a relationship? What's going on here? Very authoritative.
Did I date you? Are you
Did I
dating
date
me?
you? Are you dating me? And that was how I realized. When we have been in a relationship for like 5 months, I say, oh wow.
Without your consent.
I think all of us have been in such relationships, Margaret.
Let us do the needful.
Maybe men do not know.
Ah.
But most women have been in such relationships where you are the last to know
That
that
you're
you are
in a
practically in a relationship.
So
We're like,
see.
oh, we're dating.
So if I
Oh, I
start
didn't
that kind
know.
of person
I didn't
breakfast
know we were
did I get
dating.
it?
Right. But I think there is the place of making it clear and not. I think essentially what we're speaking to here is breaking people's heart. And I would like to call for a quick break so we go watch what Just a Nigerian Man said, and then, let's see what our viewers make of it. This is The Lounge. Don't go away.
Once a woman tells you, let's not rush things, let's take things slow, just know that she's not into you. There's another man who she wants to take things fast with, but she's waiting for that man. You are not that man. When she tells you to take things slow, she's telling you to be on her timetable, and you should never do that. If a woman is into you, she will speed up the dating process herself. Women most times cannot contain the emotion called love. So if she's really into you, she has no choice but to show you. She has no choice but to succumb to you. Once she tells you let's take things slow, it means she's not yet emotionally available to you. It means her interest in you is not high. And I beg you in the name of God, don't deal with women who show you low interest. You don't have that time. Once a woman's behavior towards you is not clear, consistent and practical, move on with your life, my guy. One love. Once a woman tells you, let's not rush things, let's take things slow, just know that she's not into you. There's another man who she wants to take things fast with, but she's waiting for that man. You are not that man. When she tells you to take things slow, she's telling you to be on her timetable, and you should never do that. If a woman
Heard it for yourselves. What do you think? So, you are welcome if you're just joining us. This is The Lounge. My name is Melanie Ishola, and I'm joined by Margaret Osazua and Solomon. He said just Solomon. Simply Solomon. We've been talking about how do your most loved relationships end, or who ends it in a manner of speaking, right? And I think one quick question is, would you say that it's okay to say no? I think it's the concept of no, how we all don't like to receive the word no. You don't want to feel rejected. You don't want to not be liked. You don't want to not be loved. We think it's cool to be loved, but not everybody would love you. And so, how many relationships have you ended, Margaret?
Lord of Jesus. What kind of setup is this? Men only get deep behind me.
I'm not Satan.
I didn't have a number. I don't have a number.
He's ready to count for you. Oh yeah,
Do I
start.
know you? Do you know me?
How do you form?
Wait. Is it that you don't have a number because it's too much?
No, it's not too much. I'm not that kind
Or
of person. No.
you don't like keeping record because
She's not a record keeper.
See, this is a setup. This is a setup. But I don't know, because I've not really had like many relationships like that though. But I can say for sure that at least a couple of them, I was the one that broke up. And back to your question where you said most people don't like to say, we don't like the idea of no. I mean, the only reason why you would end the relationship is because you're no longer feeling the relationship. So I don't think that it's wrong to end the relationship. It is the way our manner that you end it. That is the issue.
All right, thank you, Margaret. And I think that's quite instructive. But then let's look at the phrase, let's take things slow. And let's put it in perspective. Solomon is a man. And if a woman were to say to you in a relationship, let's take things slow, how would you interpret it?
Well, it depends on the meaning of the word slow. Now, one thing I've learned to understand over my years of marriage is...
No, what of relationship? The ones dating?
Relationship, marriage. Like I said, I've not been a very dangerous man. I've been very gentle. It's as simple as if it's not working, I'll tell you before. And it's only one. I did not get opportunity to do all those.
Oh, so you only dated one person and you married her?
Simple as that.
Ah, what a revelation.
So it's as simple as understanding. So if she says slow, I say, okay, what do you mean by slow? Have I been fast? Are there things that I've been doing that you think this means fast?
Solomon,
so I
calm
need to
down,
take
calm
them
down,
off.
calm down. Let's take a chill pill. Why? Nobody said you feel fast. But it's just a gentle lady. If I can add gentle to the word
that's why I
lady
said
already.
I need to understand, because sometimes when a woman say no problem, it means you should start running.
There's
So
problem.
sure you understand. So when you say we need to take things slow, so my next reaction will be, okay, what do you mean by slow? Have I been doing a few things that you think, wait, you are rushing?
Okay.
So you need me to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, tell me.
Yeah.
And if it's that you want to give me breakfast, don't microwave it. Just tell me here and now, like, okay, I don't want to do again, no, sure you understand.
Solomon, why am I just discovering you? Why am I discovering Solomon on the lounge, really? Because, I mean, these words, you know, and captions, and, well, I guess we're going to have a lot of words on Marble by the time we're done with the lounge today. Do not forget, we're expecting your call. Do well. The number is right there on the screen. Put a call across to us. Let us know, how did your most loved relationship end? Well, nobody has asked me that question personally, so I guess I'm not permitted to answer. But I want to
You can
talk
actually
about.
ask yourself.
I want to talk about the other part of what the man said. Now, just a Nigerian man said, because, and that's where I see the reason in where it was coming from. He said, naturally, women are made up of so much that is able to give them away when they're in love. When a woman is in love, she's into you, she's available, she's all sweet. So when a woman now says, can we take it slow, like it's sort of antithetical to a woman that is, quote unquote, in a relationship or in love, to say, let's take things slow. Who agrees with him?
Okay, so first of all, I don't think that it's entirely true that when a lady says, let's take things slow, it means that she wants to break up, like he posited. But I would say that when a lady says, let us take it slow, it's because she just feels that there is something that you're doing at the moment. Yeah, she's either feeling rushed or feeling pressured into something, and she just wants you to calm down. Let us take it one step at a time.
Sure.
Allow me to think.
Yes, let me think. So I think that is what it is. So then when he now said that, because ladies embody emotions when we're in love, which is actually true, you know, we wear our emotions on our sleeves. When we're in love, that is why when we begin to withdraw, it is clear,
Very
as
evident, yes.
that there is something I'm doing, because you will know when a lady is all mushy with you, all sweet with you, and she begins to move from you. There is nothing that you say that is no longer funny. There's nothing that you say that is funny anymore. There is nothing that you do that is okay. You know that there's something wrong there.
It means the gas cooker is on. And
Who put it
something
on?
is on fire.
Who put the gas cooker on? The lady? You don't know. Your hand is not there.
Wisdom is profitable
To direct, to seal your mouth. So now let's talk about it. We all don't like being dumped. Permit me to use the word. It's literally about the word on campus that year, when I was told that it was me. It's not you. This breakfast came
That
all the way from
statement-
Jand
that
to me.
statement there,
It came all the way from Jand
world class.
to me
Now
in
you
my
pick-
final year
Now EPS carry am.
in the university. It was delivered face to face, man to woman. It was me, not you. You are preserved. I say from what? It is me. I'm the problem. It's not you. I say, why? Don't worry, it's not you. Let it be me as well. What's going on? Before I knew what was happening, the relationship was over without me giving my consent. I said, shouldn't I give a consent to the fact that we are not doing again? And when relationships end, we all don't like them. But I do not know how many of us have received, breakups. She hasn't, you haven't, I have. I guess 1.5. Because the second one, I caught myself. You have?
Yeah, like I said, indirectly.
No, you gave it.
Direct.
You were not given.
I indirectly gave, indirectly received.
Oh, let's hear about the receiving.
Okay, so the indirectly received was, there was this lady I was trying to, acquire. Let me use the word acquire.
I'll be a property.
No, I'm an accountant.
I don't
Merger and
understand.
acquisition.
No, but you don't do that with
Where's
humans.
the
To merge.
But you don't do that with humans.
Okay, so I was trying to, and she
Use
said,
a better
you know
word.
what? And I was trying to get her there, So she said, you know what, just hold on, I need to clear a few things, and, by the time we are through with school, And I was like, okay. So I kept pressing. In case you have forgotten, I still did here. No forget me, no forget me.
No forget.
So it was
No
one
forget
day.
it, oh.
It was just one day in the school fellowship. I was just on my laptop trying to, clear a few things. And I just popped into Facebook, and lo and behold,
She was getting married.
no. Don't rush.
I was writing the
So
film.
it
the
was,
movie,
it was her birthday.
right.
Right, I just left class. I knew she went for photo shoots. Knew. But I didn't have the details, venue and all. I guess I wasn't invited. So I just went to Facebook and I saw photo. Sister was with another brother. It's the Lord's doing and it's marvelous in our sight. And the voice just came from behind. Flesh and blood has not revealed this.
Brother Solomon.
And that was it. So I just said,
Brother
okay.
Solomon.
So I said, okay, one down, one down.
And how did it feel?
Of course, you must have hurt.
No, Solomon is different.
Initially, I felt like, wow, okay, it's a lot, But then, all these fellowship people that knew the Genesis and they started coming, oh, brother, I feel for you, they didn't tell you, and all that. And I saw it. It was this person that saw the Revelation and Genesis. Now, I even had to tell one of them, I say, calm down. This lady has not said yes, so don't take it far. It's not like God showed me or something. I just like her, like person, and, so it's not like...
So do you believe in the God showed me, God
Yeah,
told
of course,
me?
I do.
So your wife is God told you, God showed you.
Direct.
Margaret,
I
do you
don't joke
believe
with
in
it.
God told me, God showed me?
Yes, I believe in it. I believe in it.
Why don't I believe you to
No, I
the
actually
bottom
do.
of your heart?
No. I
Okay.
actually do believe
Okay.
in it.
Okay.
There is nothing that is impossible.
Okay.
I actually do believe
Okay.
in it. But when you asked him if it hurts, breakup used to pain now. I don't understand.
No,
See, if you serve somebody breakfast, I won't even say that I've not had like a breakup or somebody saved me breakfast, but I think that, like I said again, it's the way you serve the breakfast that matters.
Right.
It's the conversations you have. I mean, I've ended a relationship on a very good note. Like, we sat down, we had a conversation, we saw it was not heading anywhere. We saw that we needed to, give ourselves a break. I don't think that comes out of us.
I think even
bad
that
thing.
still hurts in a sense.
It hurts because you
But
already
it's you
have
having
an
prepared.
emotional attachment to that person. Of course,
Yeah.
it hurts, but it's better if they let you off easy now. What of the ones that don't let you off easy?
What of the ones who don't now let you off at all? So we've had scenarios where people literally just say, I'm not sure if we're still dating or if we're not dating, we're just there. And that's why somebody then says, oh, I'm dating 2 to 3 or 4 people.
Back up
And then
now.
you ask yourself, yes, and then they say to you, you cannot just be with one person. There's got to be a way for you to know that if this doesn't work, another one can work, and I'm just not left stranded. What do we do? What do we say in situations like this?
The different signs to these things, really. I think that the signs are always there. It's just that most time when we're in love, our eyes is blinded. They used to say love is blind. I used to believe that statement
Until you fell in
until
love.
I entered. So it's true. You know, when you're in love, if you see the signs, if I see the sign, if I tell you, you will not hear Jack. The only thing that is in your mind is that particular person that you're in love with.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, this thing is green, you say no,
Matter
it's
where
white.
you are.
Can
But
you
they
stop
Thomas.
singing?
I think it's the spirit of song
Do
that
you
has come with me
understand?
on the
So I
program.
think that there are signs. Like we all see the signs. I don't believe when somebody says, I didn't see it coming. The signs were there. You just didn't pay attention.
Is that?
Yes.
Is that
You
Solomon?
paid attention, but you didn't listen to yourself.
It's the same. It's almost like the same thing you are saying. You
Not
didn't-
paying attention, not
See,
listening.
You saw the signs, but you didn't pay attention to the signs. More like I saw this thing. I saw it. I felt it. The avoiding, the constant nagging, the fights, the not coming. You know, all those things not coming around.
But can you really be certain about who you are getting into a relationship with? Can you be so certain
Nah.
that this would end in marriage? Is there such thing as I know for a certain? Because I don't want to open this can. We've been in situations back on campus where sisters had said, in fact, a very vivid example. We came back from industrial training and we had a get together, a couple of us friends, girls, boys, in a friend's apartment. You know, we all came dressed in our Sunday best and all of that. We had food prepared. It was jolly, jolly. And then we asked the question, so how many of us are in a relationship? Some of us were almost cursed with not having relationships. And I think I was chief of those who were almost always not having a relationship. What do you mean? You mean relationship just like that? Now, so I felt oppressed, really. I guess that's why I'm not forgetting this story. And then I won't mention her name. And then she went, I'm in a very serious marriage relationship. About 3 of us looked at each other. You don't mean it. Let's zoom into you.
This one
By
is
the
for
time we were
marriage.
done, this one is for marriage. We know the destination. From the Genesis, we know the Revelation. By the time we were graduating, dear Margaret, dear Solomon, very serious marriage relationship had ended. I mean, sad because we weren't looking forward to the relationship ending, but too many people were now interested in the relationship to know,
Because of the
who is this
relationship
brother?
with
Who is this brother that is already pay? No, they did not marry. The said lady today is happily married outside of the country. You know, blows up. I check her on Facebook sometimes and I just remember. And then I laugh, like, very serious marriage relationship. But it taught a great lesson. And so, as young as I was then, I thought, could you know these things? For me, it's a case of checking somebody else's heart.
Yeah.
I could say I can feel the impulse, the vibe, but honestly, the heart of a man is sincerely, desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Even God himself, talker. So, who am I?
I just quoted a portion of the scriptures. Okay, so in the spirit of being certain that a relationship would work, how about people who actually enter relationships for the purpose of enter to break? And I think that's about the biggest part of this conversation. From time to time, we see videos come online. A week or 2 ago, a certain lady came. I think she did a sort of cover, not entirely covered her face. And then she says, oh, she had contracted the HIV virus. And she was going to go to Ikorodu. And when she gets there, she was just going to be sleeping with men. Like, oh, this is the nemesis that has come to the children of sons of men.
She's doing giveaway.
Giveaway. And then I say, so people enter relationships just to break up. How about this dimension? Have you encountered it?
Well, I won't say that I've experienced it, but I've seen things like that. I mean, you hear somebody go into a relationship and you've been with this person for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then your reason for breakup is the most bizarre reason that I've ever heard in my life. Something like, I need to take care of myself. I think that I'm not good enough for you. Did I tell you that you're not good enough for me? You know, when you hear such conversations, you begin to wonder why.
What if the person is suffering low self-esteem, genuinely?
Okay, let's just say, I don't know how people get into relationships, and because for me to be in a relationship with you, we had a conversation, right? I didn't just come and say, let's be in a relationship. No, we conversed. So did you communicate? And the problem is that these people don't communicate.
Not everybody actually communicates and agrees
They
to
don't
be in a
talk.
relationship. Relationships just happen
No, no,
randomly
no.
nowadays, Margaret.
Relationship.
No, I'm not kidding. No, I'm not. Do you think I'm joking? Random relationships just crop up. They just germinate. They just.
Okay, but really, if relationships just crop up and just germinate like
Somebody
that,
fell
then it
into
can break.
pregnancy the other time. What do you mean?
It can
Somebody
break.
did what?
Fell pregnant.
That one said deal.
When you know be Mary.
No, do you not remember when Linda Ikeji came out with the story of her pregnancy a couple of years back, and she said, I fell pregnant and all of these things. So I've seen people who also would say, when we just started dating, because I've asked, I know what I'm saying. And I'm like, so who asked who out? It's okay, it could be man or woman, I really don't care. But at least, how did you, maybe it was a kiss, maybe it was sex.
But do you know that?
And the relationship started
It's
back
Do you know
on
what is
that.
happening now?
Actually.
These men, this is their agenda. They don't ask men out now. This is what they do. I just like you. I think that we're cool. Then they start to call you. Morning, afternoon, night. Have you eaten? Have you had your bath? Where are you now? What do you need? Your voice is low. Do you need anything? They will not ask you out though. No, really. No.
Solomon is learning.
No, can I be your boyfriend? All of a sudden, when you're not so invested, you feel like, okay, I'm just waiting for him to pop the question. Some girls will wait for you to like pop the question. Some of them will just automatically see themselves as girlfriends.
That's right.
Then when breakfast is served,
And then the guy now says to you, we weren't
you will
dating.
you will not be angry. But do you know that? As much as I tell the girls that, always make sure that they pop the question.
That there was a asking.
The
Even
men
if you are the
too.
one asking it, ensure that there was
These
that.
men literally play a fast one. Like, how do you not want a relationship? Don't call money after the night. Please stop doing that. It's not nice.
Okay.
Wait.
So now that Margaret
you
has
said,
get the word out.
you said, ensure they ask.
Yes.
Now there is one thing I've learned to stop doing
It's to ask.
is assumption.
Uh-huh.
Right? There is a lot of assumed relationship.
That's right.
We are supposed to be in a relationship. It's different from hello, oga, wetin you want, gone. I know of a guy, a friend of mine. One lady asked him, is it that you want to be sleeping with me or you want to marry me?
Is it friends with benefits you want or is marriage?
I think
It was
I think it should be
a
as simple
clear
as that.
case of what is it. See, for a while now I stopped living without purpose. If I want to do something, let me know I want to do it. If I'm not interested, let me know I'm not interested. All right. If you come to me and you say, hey, you want to be friends, which type of friend you want to do? You just want to my friend list, friend zone, close friend, or you want to compete with my wife? Let me know. If you want to compete with my wife, I'll tell you, Benny, no space for that side again. This one is fully FM.
Solomon,
fully
are you
married.
saying people are still subscribing to you as you are now? I mean, what are you really saying? Can we understand what you're
Have
saying?
to sit up for this one.
Can we really understand what you're
Don't be
saying?
putting cross of Jesus.
Are there people still subscribing?
Madam. Now YouTube, Facebook. Not many people there here. My wife is very active on Facebook.
I just asked a
So I
question.
cover my answer with the blood of Jesus.
I just asked a question,
And I will tell
Solomon.
you a simple answer. That question you asked me does not have answer.
Okay, so
The Lord bless you.
Amen, and you
I
too.
heard, I have this friend, and then he says to me, he's in a relationship now, a good relationship, but then he'll tell me, I beg, say they've broken his heart so much that now is his time and his turn to just be
Yeah.
breaking heart. So what he literally does is date girls, and you should hear the way he speaks. If you are watching this thing, I'm talking to you. You should hear the way he speaks to these girls. And they'll just run and go. And I'm like, what the hell?
Are they aware that there are plenty?
Let me tell you. It's not only you, just in case, you are not the only one.
I actually
you,
do have
you
a
didn't
friend.
mention names,
I
so
actually do have a
right
friend
now
like
nobody
that.
knows.
They are so
Nobody
much.
knows who.
And then when he's done,
You also have a friend like
I
that.
have a friend
When
like
I'm
Come in,
that.
Solomon.
on to the next one. You know, recently he told me he met a lady at the gym. And I said, the lady just looked at him and just said, I like your body. I want us to be friends with benefit.
Okay.
Don't ask me questions. Don't call me. You see when I'm saying that? When you are intentional, there are things that they do too. But this one that she's saying, don't call me. Don't check on me. If I'm sad, don't ask me why I'm sad.
Sad. Don't be emotionally invested automatically.
My
That's what he's
sister,
saying.
you will not believe it. 3 months after their friend with benefit says, she marry
She
another man.
and he.
is there. He knew. He told me, and I said, and you didn't have any altar, because I don't understand how.
Can we take 30 seconds to quickly fear woman?
No way, we are very men first.
No. See, you know why I'm
We
not
are very men first.
you know what, I'm
You
not
can't
going to
even put
judge
that on
her.
us, Solomon.
Wait, you know what, I'm not going to judge her.
Okay.
I'm not going to judge her because she had a conversation. She's an adult. She's entitled to whatever she wants to do.
And what if
And
she's
she
actually in an
had
open...
a conversation with him, and he accepted. And trust me, after the end, me, I was fully invested because I wanted
I wanted to know the end of the story.
So what about the person
He
she
said he did
got
not have
married
any-
to?
So the husband of the lady is actually
Of
not
course, she
involved.
will know now.
He's
He's
not
not
involved
involved.
in this. This is between the
That's what I
guy.
said.
The way
That's
you
why I
people-
said,
it's
let's
like the way
quickly-
you people decide to play a
Exactly
match.
now.
That's why I
How
said-
you tie the knot.
And then you guys will now call all of your exes together and say, let's just do closure sex.
Away match.
Yeah.
That's it.
And at the end of the day, you just say, this is
When you
bye-bye.
finish,
But you see where I
when
said
you
that was-
finish
You said this is
service-
bye-byes, I'm going
when
to
you
get
finish
married.
service, you do the grace. They call it the grace. You don't call it closure.
Closure
Say the
sex.
grace of the Lord.
From Solomon. By the way, Solomon's friend has a similar story.
Ah,
Friends.
Otumba. So I let to that guy. No, you always say, see, Solomon, I'm just telling you. See all these guys. Any lady that come to me now and say, fine boy, I like you. Hey, okay, no wala. Come and eat. Shebi's breakfast. Come.
You see?
So he literally lives to serve breakfast.
Like we tell him, guy, when are you going to get married? He said, now, I'm not ready. Any relationship you see me in now, nothing.
But why do you do that stuff?
So the question
No,
is,
so
really,
the thing is,
how did they become that person?
You understand?
so it was over time, I believe. He got served and he thought, you know what? So because I'm a fine boy now, you guys want to be serving me anyhow. No, let's start
Let's
this
play the
serving
game.
thing. So I think it's experience generally for people. You know, like I said, my work, I'm someone that works in line of integrity. So it's over time made me to understand that people don't do things just for fun.
Yeah.
People
It's
are
either they
intentional.
have had experience with someone who has mismanaged an opportunity, they have been abused at some
Right.
point, they have been served
Right.
over and over again that they now believe that, see, you know what, I think there's nothing like true love again.
But does it make it okay to serve people breakfast because you have been served breakfast?
Like I said,
It's
they
almost
have
impossible
believed
not to
there's
serve
nothing
because
like
you've been
true
served.
love. So they are going into the relationship knowing that whatever you are saying is a lie.
Solomon, clearly you have not been served before.
Yeah.
Margaret, have you been served before? Because, I mean, sometimes I feel on the lounge, let's put an element of believability and reality, the way we have experienced it.
And that's what I'm saying.
I think it's tough if you've been so served not to look forward to serving.
To revenge.
This thing is not easy.
Yes, it's not.
When they told me, wait, it's not
It's
you,
not about you.
it's me. In final
I
year.
be living the moment.
Ah,
It's like
Margaret,
I'm living it.
I used to wake up every middle of the
carry
night
hanky.
in front of my mirror in my
No carry
room
hanky.
to be crying. It's not funny. My mom's friend's daughter was living with me, squatting, and then I remember that the girl would. So we had two mattresses, mine close to the mirror, hers somewhat, hidden, and then she would move, and I'm like, oh, she's just sleeping. And then at some point, I found that she would wake up most nights when I'm doing the cry ritual. I did it for a long time. Oh no, it wasn't funny. I was heartbroken. And I just feel, and I say to my, in fact, it took the intervention of a friend of mine, because I kept a clique of friends. And of course, all of them knew. We did call now. What's what? Kill us, what happened? Are you for real? For real? For real? Oh, I know this. So Diola go come. So they literally uprooted me from my room, from my apartment, into theirs. So I was being babysat. I was being nursed. Because both my heart and my body and my health.
There was a shattering.
My dear,
So sorry about that.
thank you. When I was finally ready to love, I now thought about it. Share we should cuckoo be doing is not me. It's you. I think it's not you.
It's not you, it's me.
It's me. Because it only feels natural. And what I've just got to say is there is bound to be a time, a fair enough time that I can call adequate time for healing. If we naturally allow this time, we're most likely not going to give it back because we were served. But if we do not, some would argue that there is nothing like adequate time for healing. Now, man, break your heart. Get on
Do
with
man.
another man.
not
Right.
yeah.
So I think it depends on the depth of the hurt. We will take a quick break to listen to what Just a Nigerian Man said, and so you understand exactly why we've based this conversation around what it looks like. Break up, heartbreak, how to break up, how not to break up. Matter of fact, how you ended or you end, for those who do it, like for a living, and your most loved relationship. No, I'm not. No, it's
Then
just
if you carry
coincidental.
come my side,
It's
now,
not,
wetin
it's
you
not
see?
coincidental.
Wait
I'm
till
not
you
into
carry
this
come my
side too.
side. No man, na that side you go go.
So, just take a look at this and be right back with us.
Once a woman tells you, let's not rush things, let's take things slow, just know that she's not into you. There's another man who she wants to take things fast with, but she's waiting for that man. You are not that man. When she tells you to take things slow, she's telling you to be on her timetable, and you should never do that. If a woman is into you, she will speed up the dating process herself. Women most times cannot contain the emotion called love. So if she's really into you, she has no choice but to show you. She has no choice but to succumb to you. Once she tells you let's take things slow, it means she's not yet emotionally available to you. It means her interest in you is not high. And I beg you in the name of God, don't deal with women who show you low interest. You don't have that time. Once a woman's behavior towards you is not clear, consistent and practical, move on with your life, my guy. One love.
All right, so in the word of Just a Nigerian Man, when a lady says to you, let's take things slow, she literally meant, I'm no longer into you. We'll draw our conclusions on the program today, but we equally need you to draw the conclusions with us. The phone lines are right there. So please put a call across and let's know what you think around these thoughts. Now, we've said a lot around relationships. We've said a lot around what heartbreak is, how we feel it. Even personally, we have shared our, it was you, it's not me, it is me, it is not you. But I literally want to ask categorically, just before we make a wrap really, is there a best way to end a relationship? To you first, Solomon.
That is ladies first.
Yeah, this time around we change the rule book.
Okay, so I actually have my professional friend online.
Professional? By professional you mean
Professional.
heartbreaker?
Professional. Okay, so he has a few tips here for those who may want to serve breakfast for a living.
Okay, can we just accommodate breakfast for a living? All right, hello, good afternoon. Oh, please. I guess the person may have to call back.
Okay, so there is point number 1 here, reverse psychology. That's when you gaslight the lady till she breaks up with you herself, because you do not want to do it yourself. So you create the impression that she's the one serving the breakfast. Well, in actual fact, you are the one serving. So, like, you cook the food and she dish it.
Please help us ask him when you see him personally. Did he go to school for these things? Number 2.
All right, number 2, direct breakup, straightforward. However, with this, you can be brutal or subtle. So just go straight. It's over, it's over. Right, and someone helps to rephrase, a lawyer this time helps to rephrase. Number 3, to be ghost mode. Give her silent treatment till she gets tired and break up herself.
That's how to break up. Is it teaching us how to break up?
Nah,
Give us silent
How
treatment.
to break up?
That can run you mad. Have you been given silent treatment before?
That thing can make
Yeah. My wife does it sometimes.
That thing is
She
terrible.
Hey,
Very bad.
I just want to commiserate
You know
with
the-
you because I know when we do it sometimes.
We do it a lot.
do
But I
it.
just look at her like,
But do you know that silent treatment comes after they've tried everything? It's not working. Oh yeah.
No. Usually, it's not after they try everything. No.
Should be
Okay,
come
so
on,
it's
It
not after
may be
everything.
like, so you are doing something and I don't want you to do it again. So she just say like, okay, I'm a free person. And she may be like, no, you are too free. I need you to tighten up a bit. I'll be like,
Why? For this life, we
No,
will go live and die.
like, no need for bulletproof in this life. Now it's just simple. Like, let's just take things simple. Live free. Jesus was not like this, so no need for us to.
But she could be looking out for
She'll be
you.
like, you this guy. Now I'm warning you. And the next thing,
She's
she
gone
just
off on you.
go off and It's
All
not
right.
fun. No.
All right. In the spirit of silent treatment, Margaret, I just would like to take your shot around the whole question.
How to break up or how not to break up.
How to break up, how not to break up.
No, there's no chapter of any book that teaches you how to break up with a person. I just think that if you are into somebody, more like if you love a person, there are certain ways to talk about it. I don't believe in brutal, breakups. I think that your voice can be heard if you even speak gently. I think respect is very big on my own part though. Some people don't even matter, they don't care about respect. Just say it as it is, just like he said, direct breakup. But if we had like what you call a relationship and there was love in it, I think that communicating together, like conversing,
Would actually
would
help
actually help.
to put an end to
Yeah.
it, even if it comes to an end.
Yeah.
All right, just as most things in life would come to an end, well, the show today, The Lounge, is coming to an end, but we do hope that your relationship is not coming to an end
Amen.
just like that.
It is not meant to.
At least if it would, it could as well do over a table of some yummy goodness and some drink. But the truth, according to Margaret, is you can't even eat that food. If a guy or a woman were to invite you to a table to serve
You
you
want your breakfast? Or not
breakfast.
breakfast?
So that's going to be double tragedy. But while we hope that it's not double tragedy for you, we're saying thank you for joining us on The Lounge today. My name is Melanie Ishola. Indeed, I know it's okay to say, well, take things slow, don't be brutal, but what you've got to say, you've still got to say it. It will be worse at the end of the day if you are guilty of manipulating or lying to the other person. Whatever it is, hard or easy, go give it. All right. Thank you for joining us, and let's do this again next week. Goodbye.